This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them. What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zaribs. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salo steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zaribs used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, they had to go south. You want to help? Nandru keep you? That'd be amazing! There are some Balgrunin living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the wardens. If someone got rid of the Zaribs, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with the Zaribs, but I hope you do.
This must have been a prosperous farm.
You asked for it! On your left here!
I'm coming for Ludwig next. Come on! Come on!
Stand on, boy.
We've got company!
Oh, mistake!
On something?
Careful, to the left!
soul for the wheel. Gather round.
Easy when you do it.
Let's finish this.
You dealt with the Zarabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives, and the buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
On board.
Get off me!
That'll show him. I never thought I'd say this, but I miss the farms.
Well, isn't this a homely little fortress? So warm, so welcoming.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. I could care less if you fought Magrin herself. Death is better than catching Mihala's ire. It's a violation of Tenet 3 of Nandru's 9 Creeds. No person excepting wardens of the Pargrunen shall be granted safe harbor without express permission of the Council, heretofore established by Nandru, the First Warden, or without the attestation of an established, honored Warden of the Keep. That is correct. Without the Solace Council or a warden to vouch for you, your presence in the keep is forbidden. No warden, no keep.
I hate to drag Marius into this mess, but we're going to need him.
Envoy? I'm not ready to go to Solace. Maybe there's another way. Maybe we can fashion some kind of flying boat? Fui tu meio, Envoy. I don't know. There's just so much. Right. Maybe it would. Thanks, Envoy. I feel this fear inside, this heart pounding, can't breathe. It's like I'm dying every time. I've been bit by core vipers, fallen into old spike pits, drank cure water from a Zarep shaman, and it never felt like this. It's as if the thought of being here, of returning home, is the deadliest thing I can imagine. And it's getting worse. I imagine so. So much pain in that weapon. So many deaths. Just touching it would probably reduce me to tears. It's more than just going home, I think. It's everything. The politics, the people, the way I left. I betrayed the traditions I was raised on, and I don't know why. I've seen that island off the coast all my life, and I grew up hearing tales about the garden. But it always felt like a legend, like those old tales about the gods. No one has been there in centuries, as far as I know. I don't. They didn't really encourage us to go looking for it either. There is something that's bothering me. Specifically, if you can spare a moment. Since we entered the Tusks, I've been getting these flashes of memory. Like there are answers in my head I can't get to. They seem to be about a village, somewhere north of Solace. Fear and sorrow, but also answers. Right. Well, thanks. I know it'll be easier if I don't go there alone. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. We'll find a way. We always do. Are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. Indeed. Whatever happens in the garden, it won't be the end of our problems. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. The only power he had over me was the power I surrendered. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Did I? Huh. I don't know what I expected. Feels nice. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask. I've heard the Wardens are very set in their ways. For better or worse. Usually the worse. Vidaro tried to form a trade agreement with the Council. Copper and glass in exchange for grain. But it went nowhere. They weren't interested in outside help. The Wardens value self-reliance, maybe because they have an inflated sense of their own importance. No offense, Marius.
No, you pretty much got it right.
They have a righteous duty to protect these lands, and believe that it can and should be done without the help of outsiders. It's a bit like shooting yourself in the foot because you don't trust anyone else to wield the gun. You too.
God. But anyone else? Finding it hard to breathe.
Oh dear. Focus on some...
Schemes in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes. The sulfur scalds. We do not like to linger in this place. The rule of the wilds. What will they do to gain such victory? Beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement? The Scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Another time, a distant ache. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? An oak everlasting. Why? Oil in a lamp. It burns to sustain itself. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
You again? I told you the first time.
Ah, Fuitu Mayu. It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
Oh, that would be news to me.
You're alive. You. Asshole. You show your face now? Now?
Quench your coals, Envoy. Let me handle this.
We used to be friends. Or so I thought. But then this Jitule left. Unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. We all face difficulty, yet we've stayed, except Marius. Either way, it doesn't solve how I'm going to explain this to the Council.
Let us handle the Council. You just sit here staring out into the tusks like you were.
You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the Council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
Then you're wasting your time. We don't have any of that plague business in our keep.
Cosmine, you're doing that thing you always do when you're lying.
I didn't lie. There haven't been any dream trolls in Solace Keep.
And once again, I'm here waiting for your butt.
But there are rumors from the living archives. Sleepwalking, mad talking. Kostya told us it was the fumes from the volcano. I never trusted an outsider, much less an Adiran. But I never thought Marius would either.
Come on, Cosmine. Have I ever lied to you when it really counted?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye. Lower it on down. Quickly now.
Do you think they'd let me get on and ride it to the top?
Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Gods. Here we go.
Remember, darling, if you need it, I can make us invisible for a quick escape.
If it's the new recruit play game again, I'm going to... Base. It's just like... No. It's the lack of sleep. It's not anyone in these days, huh?
Can't believe they didn't tell me about the Outlander.
All right. Took you long enough.
Wait, you're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? They were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. We need the supplies.
You look just like Nandu. You have his markings. The council is going to lose its mind.
Mihala is going to... I don't even know what Mihala is going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the council will say. Duty won't feed us now. Duty won't keep us from dying.
How dare you talk to your mother that way?
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here. I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An Outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind. What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother. Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders. Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas.
Once again, Outlander, we did not ask for your opinion. Leave us before we call for a warden's assistance. Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for. I don't want to hear another word of this.
Try growing up with that volcano on the horizon. You learn early on how fragile life can be.
An Outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful. Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, Her Grunen are done for.
Is that Marius? He's alive?
Welcome. Nobody told me to expect outsiders. Welcome to... Excuse me. Welcome to Solace Keep. Do you have any questions about Solace Keep? Yes, of course. Straight towards the back, you'll find stairs to the forge. On the right are the mess hall and the quartermaster. Up the stairs to the left is where we cultivate a small amount of plant life, and to the right is the Shrine of Vodica. A word of warning before you enter. You are the first outsiders to visit the keep in longer than I know. It is an honor to have you. Enjoy your visit to Solace Keep.
Sanctuary of Nandro. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Mikhala understands the importance.
Do you think Abidon and Magran ever kiss? They both like fun.
Outsiders! Welcome.
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. Seems like you know a thing or two. Good. We don't have to pretend it doesn't get smoky and loud in here. Some people see a dirty forge and think we're lazy. The Smith of Magran knows that's far from the truth. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add. Old Master Tassa passed away, and the council appointed me.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too. You know how things work. 1 minute you're being praised for your work, and the next, you're pulled into management. I suppose that's true. I'm not anyone's cousin or future in-law, so I can't think of any other reason. You came down here for a reason. What can I do for you? Did he now? And what exactly is Abidon's shiny beard? That's star metal! These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The heat of the flowing lava. The feeling of power as you shape metal to your liking. The rush of adrenaline when an errant spark lights your beard aflame. The burn of sore muscles that have worked a hammer for hours. The rhythmic tune the metal sings as you work it. Huh? What makes you say that? Oh, is it... Oh, no, never mind. Let's not get carried away, huh? Back to business. I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal arquebus. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the Council chose me to be master of this forge.
Huh, at least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade. By the golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. Enamored by its beauty, aren't you? You're not alone, outsider. What can I do for you?
Isakso!
You're back! What can...
yourself useful outside?
Could open up for more traders.
You think Costa's right, huh? Think of the better than this mystery meat. That's for sure.
I'll have to bring this to the Council's attention.
No, I couldn't possibly. It's too precious. Safe. In the drawer. What in this crowd? An outsider here?
Mihala is to blame. We need to open our gates to the world lest it leave us.
So you're the outsiders my guards let into the keep. Sucker. Now I'm going to have to deal with Kazmin. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you've a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. I don't care who you are. Unless the Council has approved it, no outsiders are allowed in the keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the Council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. If I knew, I wouldn't be talking to you, Nimdut. Mihala said it was Council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The Council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows. If there's anything to know about Petru, she'd know it.
Odd for the captain of the guard to disappear like that. Let's look into this.
As sure as you
banish the
They
entropy
worship
from our
Woden. That
lives.
all bad?
May your egg... You must be the outsider I've heard so much about, yes? I am pleased to meet you.
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? Won't the Commandant be surprised? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating guests?
Take pride in our home, fellow Pagrunin, for Solace is an impenetrable fortress that can... Move along, outsider. Consultation hours are... Oh my! No, of course not. What can I do for one such as yourself? Ah, our beloved founder. Nandru sought to create a sanctuary in the deadliest part of the island. He called it Solace. Many believe Nandru was led here by a spirit guardian of some kind. Others believe he was simply an excellent judge of location. Regardless, many of his traditions remain in place to this day, while others may have fallen by the wayside. If you ask about the tilled ground made for growing plants, no. Very few here have that knowledge. But Nandru did speak of a garden from time to time. He created the Wardens of Solace to oversee that garden specifically. No one can say for sure what the garden meant to him, for none has set foot there. I fear I cannot help you beyond that. He was compassionate, eccentric, and charismatic. He knew how to draw out the best in his people. A true leader. Tradition says that when he knew his life was ending, he sought quiet solitude, knowing his work here was complete. Not a word of tradition, spoken or written, speaks ill of our founder. It is perhaps the only thing on which we all agree. If you ask these absolute Zarips, they'd say not at all. I maintain that our solace is more in Sorina's vision than Nandru's. Our founder envisioned a safe place for all who reside or explore in the Tusks. An admirable goal, certainly. Sorina's vision was more about safety for the people already within Solace. Outsiders be damned. Ah, blessed Sorina. She led Solace's rise from the ashes centuries ago, when an attack breached the walls and ruined our keep. She was a forceful and diligent leader who oversaw the rebuilding of the keep and established new traditions to keep us safe. Many, myself included, believe her traditions conflicted with Nandru's, which were more suited to a Solace in peacetime. What more can I do to enlighten you?
spider! I've never seen someone so tall.
Found a spider the size of my face in the borders last night.
Again? Very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious founder, but I'd hardly believe it if I weren't seeing it for myself. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land, a sense for where to find things. I wonder if you share it. And perhaps Solus is in luck. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks is? It's water, of course. And yet you'd never know it from the way the councillors fuss. It's all traditionist, traditionette. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in slumbering fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
How is it possible to lose them? Godless aqueducts aren't exactly easy to miss.
I doubt they had trouble finding the aqueducts, but something must have detained them. Thank you. They were supposed to work on the section just north of the southern guard tower. You probably passed it when you entered the tusks.
Chitule! What am I going to do?
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated.
If we open the gate, we will talk about this later. Yes. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Stilgarroth were here, we would know.
And if they are here, let them come. Solus has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, It sounds like you have something in mind.
There is no dream scourge in Galawain's tusks.
Nor has there ever been. No. The soul of Nandru protects this place, protects his wardens. No curse may touch us here.
These are unusual times, Mihala. Regrettably, I must confirm the envoy's tale. Our messengers have heard as much from Paradis, Fior, Thirdborn. Perhaps we have only been lucky. What if Nandru's aegis no longer protects us?
I do not believe it, but I am not unmoved by the stories we have heard from the other settlements. You say you mean to end this plague of madness, envoy? There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, envoy? Mind how you speak of the garden in these halls, envoy.
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken, the young suffer. But Mihala, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course! Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more than the living. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. It is. I understand, Mihala, but principles won't keep your people fed and safe. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. I didn't intend to make you look like a fool. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how the situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. My people. Every person who is alive now, and every generation to come. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she might be all that stands between us and doom. She has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. I understand it may appear that way. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear. But if a powerful ally were to speak on my behalf, there might be something I could offer him. Something like the keep.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your sounded mind?
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Stilgarot, disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. None of that means anything to me. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. That is my most fervent hope, Envoy. Mihala believes your empire cannot see us as anything but rivals. After Fior, I suspect you Adherents think of the people of the Living Lands as little more than bugs to be crushed, if you think of us at all. An agreement may protect us from dying from deprivation, and perhaps also keep us safe from Adir's hunger. Yes, and that change would be an excellent one. We would be free of this keep, and able to explore, to breathe again. It might seem a foolish idea, but better to be a fool who tried than a coward who did not. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want too. I would never ask you not to defend yourself, Envoy. In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mines. To get there, head west across the primordial depths. Do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, goodbye, then. How may I assist you, Envoy? A letter to Hilgard. Courteous of you to bring it to me instead of Mihala. She has such antiquated ideas about diplomacy. I've written so many of these in the past, but I have received nothing in the way of responses. Part of me suspects that Mihala's the reason for the damned silence. She's such a rigid fool. I'm afraid there are factors here that you, being an outsider, may not understand. I'd like us to be allies. To that end, I have something that may assist you in your search. An alternate way into Mount Forja. There's a path that leads to a warden storehouse that sits just south of the main entryway. Instead of a key, you'll need to recite the Kantek. Of all the treasures to which one aspires, none greater than those wrought of sweat and fires. Speak those words aloud, and the door will open. Safe journeys, Envoy.
Still lingering, Adhiren?
I'd watch your tongue, Envoy. Slandering a council member is not going to get you far. But talk, Envoy. I'm amply aware of his courtship of Adir. None of that matters. We all made an oath. So long as I breathe, the dwarves will remain here to protect the garden. Try not to waste my time, Envoy.
Some of us have real work to do. Still lingering, Adhiren? Good.
News, Andrada?
Sorry, Geoffrey. Captain. No, the council's still aware.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful.
What do you think?
But we prefer